What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into Chase Games, and today we're going to talk about tags for Master League Season 6. I went over this a little bit in my Master League video the other day, but the database had not been updated for Blue Destiny yet, and I just forgot all about him. Although, unless you guys got lucky on tickets, hopefully you didn't waste your diamonds on his banner. It's not about how good or bad he is, it's just, it's an easy skip banner. Okay, there's a lot more coming up. That's not what we're talking about, though. Alright, so this upcoming Master League is starting the 21st, although, as usual, in the States, that's going to be late on the 20th. So for me, that's going to be Thursday night at 10 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, or Daylight's Time. No, now we're back to Standard? I don't know. It's 10 p.m. for me in New York on Thursday night. Europe, that's going to be Friday morning, and Japan, who knows. Yeah, so that's less than a week away. I'll probably go live for it. I'm not going to guarantee it, though. So it's one-shot killers and alternative series. Get a 50% bonus, all right? And you do not get to double dip on that, okay? If it's an alternative one-shot killer unit, it's still just a 50% boost. Now, if we combine... Yeah, so the database combines tags. So the only Universal Century units that are on one-shot killer are the brand new Sinanju and Blue Destiny Unit 1. Okay. So if you have both of these, doing a one-shot killer team is a lot more impressive. It's a much better option because you've got Blue Destiny Unit 1, Sinanju. You may have Psycho Gundam, Psycho Zaku rather, Striker Custom, and Sazabi. This is not a terrible team. But if we take out... So if you just want to look at one-shot killer itself... Okay. So not only do you have the Blue Destiny and the Sinanju, you've got the Destiny, or the Seed units. You've got Freedom Gundam, Justice Gundam. What do you've got? The UR support, the supporter. So sorry, Strike Freedom, Freedom Gundam, Justice Gundam, and then the Ultimate Development Defender unit, Super Hyperion. Those are all good. You got Gundam Aquarius. I don't think he's going to be a big one. Lube Unicorn Gundam, if you have that. I don't know how good he is. Gundam Aerial Rebuild has the unique ability to intercept a counterattack. Hard to say how useful that will be, but that is in there. So, yeah, anyway, there you are. But let's look at other leaders and the effect that they will have. So if we look at Psychomu, now these are just all of the relevant ones that I went through and came up with. So this is going to be that we're gonna see which of these are. Oh, well, Psychomu, I should have known. That's the reason I didn't put new type up. Psychomu's not going to have much in alternative series other than G generation units. Tough as Nails. Tough as Nails just got buffed a little bit. But on this, all you've got is Death Scythe Hell and Barbatus Lupus Rex. Now, again, for newer and or budget players, you could take SP converted units into consideration. But Tough as Nails is definitely not a contender here. Now, again, all of these, it's just too hard to include. There are, you can have your one-shot killer units in here. So if it's a one-shot killer unit that is also on, for example, Tough as Nails, you could bring that. But there are only 3 or 4 Tough as Nails units, so I'm not going to bother. Ace unit, this is half the reason I made this video. I forgot about Ace unit. So if we do this by alternative series, you get Burning Gundam, you get Freedom Gundam, you get Justice Gundam, Strike Freedom Gundam, Force Impulse. I believe this is a limited one. No, never mind. That's in the featured, or that's in the unlimited pool. I just don't have it. You got Gundam Exia, Gundam Barbados 6th form, and then Phoenix Gundam, who I don't think anybody's going to want to bring. So Ace Unit is actually a very good tag for me. So yeah, I'll be bringing Burning, Freedom, Strike Freedom, Exia, and then I'll bring Barbados over Justice Gundam because of the double defend. Although I might go back to Justice. My Justice has an awakening, my Barbados doesn't. But that's me personally. I can't help myself. I always just go on about what I have. Now, Unstoppable, after me going on about how amazing they were last month, and they still are, but these are, you know, this tag is not great. So, units that are both Unstoppable and Alternative Series. You've got Burning Gundam, Exia, the Ultimate Development Lupus Rex, Renacemanto, and Build Strike. So this would be not the worst thing in the world for me, but there's not a, you know, I've only got 2 attacker units and the rest are support. I don't love that. And just because I made such a big thing out of this, one shot. Is there anything that's, so if you add, yeah, this, I just wanted to make sure. One Shot Killer and Unstoppable together, you would get the Defender. No, that was already included, I believe. Yeah. Sorry, Unstoppable. Yeah. Unstoppable and One Shot Killer. That's what you're looking at there. I don't think... This doesn't add anything then, I don't believe. That's different, isn't it? Why are the siege units not on here? Alright, now we've got too many things in there. So you can definitely bring these ones. Why is it being... Is there no overlap between Unstoppable and One Shot Killer? Okay. Okay, so I guess that's everything on the Unstoppable team that you can bring for a full bonus. Rival. I have not looked at Rival at all. Oh, yeah, we got a guest today. Say hi, Corny. Lazy mutt. Alright, this is the Rival tag, and we will do this with Alternative Series. You're not getting much. This is definitely not... You're definitely not running that team, and it's Master Gundam and a couple of Defenders, so no. Specialized Unit, I believe this is runnable? There are at least 2 leaders for this. Let's see. So you got Master Gundam, Arube, Death Scythe, Lupus Rex, Renacemanto, both aerials, the old and the new one, and then Build Strike. So if you happen to have a lot of these units and Specialized Unit, this is a passable team. So if you've got Lupus Rex, that makes this a contender. Lupus Rex might be amazing in Master League with his automatic crits. I haven't really thought about it that much. We're going to see how that plays out. By the way, Lupus Rex is... yeah, so he's on Specialized Unit, Alternative Series, and Tough as Nails. Tough as Nails is not runnable, I would say. Specialized Unit is barely. And then, as I said in the last video, alternative series, if you don't have ace unit, alternative series, just using the SR supporter is not a bad team. You're getting a lower bonus, but you're going to be able to take advantage of the best units. So you can get all of the best alternative series units on your team for this one. Now, this is one-shot killer. Again, we already went over it, but yeah, one-shot killer is probably going to be the best team here. If you lucked into getting Blue Destiny, one-shot killer is probably the best team here, because you've got Blue Destiny, you've got Psycho, Sazabi, Striker are okay, Sinanju, Freedom, Strike Freedom, Justice, the Super Hyperion Gundam. When it comes to ultimate development units, I like the tanks a lot better, because they're not reliant on doing damage. And then you've got both aerials. The new one would probably be the only one I would want to bring. I wouldn't bring the supporter unless I just literally had no other UR options. But there you are. And, sorry, the terrain doesn't really matter a whole lot, but you don't get to bring Beta Azuru. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed is actually not completely irrelevant here. You can build you can bring nearly a full team. So you can have Freedom, Justice, Super Hyperion, Build Strike Gundam, and a converted Siege unit. So the Seed Leader is actually, for some of you, there's a handful of players. This is going to be your strongest team, hands down. If you happen to have these 4 different units. Alright. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Okay, this just became an actual team. So it's the same exact story as Seed. If you have these exact units, I would say this is actually even better than Seed. Sorry, hit the... So you've got Barbados 6 form, Barbados Lupus Rex, the Lupus Rex from the Ultimate Development, and then the Astaroth Renacimento. So if you take any of the 18 SSR Barbados units that we got in the last 2 weeks and SP convert them, that's a pretty good team. So again, for just like Seed, for a handful of players, that's going to be the best option, bar none. And then, you know, I picked out Mobile Suit Gundam, but I realized none of those are going to be an alternative series. But what's One Shot Killer? So this is literally, so if you were to run a Mobile Suit Gundam series team, which again is much bigger than it should be. That's what she said, boys. You can bring, it's pretty much only viable if you got the Blue Destiny. You can have Blue Destiny, Psycho, Zaku, and Striker Custom. And then you can have a couple of SP converted units. The Blue Destiny Unit 1 probably hits okay. Either the story mode units that we just got, the special event units. I don't know anything about these other ones. Probably just bring a tank. It's not great, but again, if you're... I don't love the options for this Master League, so... and then the last one is that I got to look at is test type. So which of these come up? We're going to look at One Shot Killer first, because a lot of those seem to be Universal Century. So again, this is test type. So if you've got Blue Destiny, that's the only thing that would make this tag worth it with that. But what does One Shot Killer alternative series look like? Nothing. Yeah, so test type is not an option. And yeah, that's all the relevant ones that I found. Now, again, if we just look at alternative series, okay, we can run... No, sorry, I'm misclicking. I'm going to run this. The alternative series leader goes up to 14% leader skill. So that's 12% or 11% less than just having a regular UR at 25%. If that lets you bring a team that's all fully buffed at 50%, that 12% loss in stats is not game breaking. So again, if you bring just the alternative series leader, if you got Burning Gundam, you can do that. Gundam Death Scythe, Freedom Gundam, Justice Gundam again. So a seed team or a one-shot killer team is probably your best bet. Especially the one-shot killer, really. But Burning, Master Gundam, Death Scythe, Freedom, Justice, Super Hyperion I like, again, because he's ultimate development, but he's a tank. You got Strike Freedom, you've got the Force Impulse, Exia, Barbados 6th form. Remember that if you've got that with his pilot, Mikazuki, that's double defend. You've got the new Lupus Rex. So for a player like me, the only thing, like Burning Gundam and Lupus Rex together, are only going to be on the alternative series. So even though I have a lot of the UR supporters, this could be the best team for me. You know, the big fat whale, like the big dick YouTuber Chase Games that you guys all idolize, might actually be running a free-to-play SR supporter. For those of you that don't understand humor, yes, I'm not actually that vain. I have a sense of humor. Let me see what else. Build Strike Gundam. I don't think he does a lot of damage. Again, you've got the Gundam Aerial rebuild in here, of course. Rinnesamanto. So I'm going to have to... I didn't really think about... And it depends on how the AI uses it. Lupus Rex might be really, really amazing in Master League with the critting. Yeah, we'll see how he... Because even when he uses his EX ability that doesn't have guaranteed crit, like his second strongest attack, there is a lot of variance. There is variance in Master League. So if you lose one, you can try it again. And if he just crits once, twice, 3 times, that's going to change the battle. I imagine that if he crits with his EX attack, there's not a whole lot that's standing up against it other than some specialty tanks. But we will find that out next week. So again, like, I actually feel a lot less silly now that I look at it. The ability to bring Strike Freedom, Burning Gundam, and Lupus Rex together on the Rivals team, I don't think anything else can do that. Not all 3 of them. So that might be your best option. You guys let me know. Let me know what I missed, what you think. And I'll be back for more with you soon. Maybe not with Cornelius. Cornelius, are you going to say anything? Cornelius, perform. Well, you guys get to see his ass, which is the better smelling part of him, believe me. Alright. Good luck, guys. I'll be back with more for you soon.